I'm doing the Twin Flame Collective Conscious Relationship and Soul Connection reading for this week. I'm a little bit late because last week was a bit hectic and I just did not feel very well at all. So sorry if you've been waiting for me. I'm here now. Yes, I like to make a silly fool of myself in public. It's one of my favourite things to do. I'm just going to go straight to the cards because they tell the story better. You know, they tell the story best, basically. So the basis of the situation we have for this week is giving and receiving. This is about finding balance in the giving and receiving. Now, you know, lots of these connections that we have do become very unbalanced. One side gives way too much, the other side kind of withdraws and doesn't really want to know anything about it because it's too overwhelming. And part of that is to teach us to do that within ourselves. There's a lot of talk within the twin flame community about divine masculine and divine feminine, and you know, most of the chasers will identify with divine feminine and call the other ones divine masculine, the runners. It's not true, okay? We all have divine masculine and feminine energies within us, and 90% of the journey is learning how to balance those energies within us. Okay, maybe not 90%, but that's a big part of the journey, of the path of the twin flame, is learning how to balance divine masculine and feminine within yourselves. I like to joke around. I've said it a few times online and gotten myself into trouble by saying that we are all divine hermaphrodites, right? So when I read, I don't read divine masculine, divine feminine, because I think it's bullshit, basically. Yeah, okay, that's my rant over. Anyway, so giving and receiving. Giving and receiving will be coming back into balance. The reason that I know this is because I pulled a clarification card, which is healing, healed, healer. That tells me that there is a big healing energy surrounding the imbalance between, you know, the imbalance in either in your connection or with your connection with source or within yourself. A lot of the times, as I say, we do tend to give too much to the other side, and sometimes they're just not willing to take it, and that's an imbalance as well. Okay, so the next card I'm reading for the people who are watching now. So that's you guys who are listening to this. Alright, the next card is nurture. So this balance will give us the energy we need to nurture ourselves. It's really important that we look after ourselves. Well, you can't pour from an empty cup, so you need to fill your cup first and look after yourself. And I like to say, like, you know, if you nurture a child, if you're putting all this energy into your twin, say, we see this a lot in the twin flame community. They put someone, you know, you love this person so much because you think that they're part of yourself. So you send all your love to them, but you forget about yourself. And that, you know, that is not helping you. All that's really doing is just creating more imbalance. So you need to bring it back into yourself and nurture yourself and treat yourself the way that you would treat the twin. As a parent, I like to think of the nurturing as, you know, I nurture myself the way I nurture my children. You know, you could think of it like that too. But either way, anyway, just, you know, bring that energy back to yourself and look after yourself. That's the point of this. Nurture it. Okay, so the next card we have is heal. So all this nurturing energy will bring us healing. I think that's probably what some of us are feeling right now. When you heal, especially, well, when you heal anything, if you have a cut or a graze, it hurts at first, and then when it starts to heal, it's itchy and it drives you nuts and you want to get rid of it. You want to scratch it away, don't you? That's kind of where we are right now, like with this heavy energy and everyone feeling sad. That's all the shit coming up. Towards the end of the week, we may be able to release it ourselves. Sometimes we need to go and do, you know, yoga, tai chi, qigong. I probably said that wrong and I'll get my ass kicked by my kid later on for mispronouncing it. But anyway. So yeah, this nurturing ourselves through the healing and bringing up more healing and just understanding that whatever's going on right now that feels icky and itchy, it's stuff coming up for us to get rid of. It's stuff coming up for us to resolve. It's stuff coming up for us to heal. And whatever way works best for you, whether that be, just fulfilling yourself, looking after yourself, going to a healer, having Reiki sessions, playing with your crystals. What else can you do to help it? Any of those things, if you need a healing session, you can always come to me. I do Divine Love Healing. That is something that I developed myself after having my heart center awakening due to a catalyst twin experience. I downloaded it basically and then discovered that it was a really old technique, that an ancient technique that I think it's the Native Americans or the Hopi or someone have been using for billions of years. So there you go. Very interesting stuff there. Anyway, so if you want to come have a healing and you've got stuff to shift, then I can help you with that if you want to come to Luminescence Heart Centered Healing. So where are we? Heal, we nurture, we heal. The dedicated effort that we've been putting in needs to be reversed, okay? The energy of it is reversed, so it's turning around. I think this healing will probably bring it back around the right way. But, when we put a dedicated effort in, sometimes it feels so frustrating when you're not getting anywhere no matter how much you put in. Or you're trying, you feel like, I just keep trying and nothing's bloody happening and this is shit and I give up. And that's about the point when things start actually working, because you're stopping, you're not trying to control it. So it's funny how it works like that. And then we have the heart chakra. So with all this balance and all this healing going on, and feeling like our dedicated efforts are just, the efforts that we've put into connection, the efforts that are just kind of going awry, and then hitting that point where, you just want to give up, basically. You just want to chuck it in the bucket and move on. I think that's kind of bringing us back to our own hearts. If you see, it's the heart chakra, it's the right way up. So again, it comes back to nurturing yourself and looking after yourself and balancing out that any connections that you have with other people in love. Just trying to think if there's anything else. So we're balancing out. We need to nurture ourselves while we heal, and then while we're healing, we're going to realise that this effort that we've been putting in is actually worth it. So the reverse energy of that will turn around and we'll come into balance, basically. Now I'm going to read for the partner, or what most people would call divine masculine, just so that you're not getting confused. So I've got 3 cards which are reversed here. We've got Take the Lead, Release, and Darkest Fears. They are all reversed. Now, most people kind of think that when you get a reversed card, it's just that the energy is reversed in tarot readings and oracle readings. It's not necessarily the case. It's like the things will still happen, but it won't happen the same way as it would if it was up the right way, if that makes any sense. So this card is about when it's the correct way up, taking the lead energetically. So taking the lead energetically reversed to me is saying that they're taking a step back from whatever they've been doing. They were taking the lead elsewhere, probably. And I realised sometimes I channel like that's really weird. And they've realised that, they're doing this as it's brought a release of things that were worrying them about your connection with them. It's sort of brought up the darkest fears, and they worry. You know, they've sort of come to this realization that the way that they were going was not taking them to where they wanted to be. That the connection, that a soul connection is so much more fulfilling than just your everyday average relationship that doesn't fill all those needs. I mean, you know, no relationship's perfect. It doesn't matter whether you're a twin flame in union or just your average Joe having a relationship. Sorry, that's my little one. Your average relationship, they all have problems, no matter how beautiful and perfect they are. Everybody, you know, has those times where the connection falls in or falls out. And maybe I'm sort of getting that, you know, like they took a step away and they were exploring other things, and they've kind of come to realize with all this reversed energy that those things that they're searching for aren't out there, they're within them and within the connection. So they're coming back around, and it's bringing back the balance again. So yeah, there we go. The last card in that one is Blossom. So all of this is bringing them back to themselves, and they're sort of starting to realize the seeds were planted earlier, but the need to go off and find other ways to explore these experiences has brought them back to themselves, and the seed has started growing. So they're coming around and realizing that this connection is something special. It's probably a little bit more special than something than anything else that they've managed to experience yet. So the outcome for both partners is joy and stability, which is fantastic. That's what we all want, isn't it? Because with joy and stability, we can bring in, we are in balance, and we can bring in all the joy and the happiness and all the good shit that the universe has for us.